Here we have a great shot of the pits for Tampa Bay Damage. This is a great game going on right now between the RNT Allstars and Tampa Bay Damage. Winner gets third, fourth. Loser obviously gets fourth. And it looks like the first point's going to go to the RNT Allstars. That was a long, drawn-out point, almost 5 minutes long. Given RNT obviously are going to have a little bit of an advantage winning that first point. Billy Bernanke made a great snake move, eliminated a player but got caught doing so, leaving Tampa Bay down a body. RNT was able to close out and win the point. So Damage is going to have to get out there and figure out what to do and how to do it a little bit better. There's about 11 minutes left in the match now. So obviously, again, that was a really long, drawn-out point. Damage is going to have to get out there and maybe play a little bit more aggressively and try to get control early, because RNT really controlled the tempo of that game. I got outside early and then really just shot their guns and controlled. Billy was the only one able to move for the Tampa Bay Damage. Came down the snake side pretty convincingly. Oh, yeah, by the way, hi, my name's Rich. I was going to hang out with Matt Marshall, but he abandoned me, so now I'm just kind of hanging out by myself, doing my own thing. Not by myself. Not by myself. I have Pat Spooraw backing me up, and that's really all the backup I need. Enough said. Enough said. There's a ton of fans here, so it's pretty exciting. We just got done watching a really good game. Hopefully this game will be just as good. RNT Allstars have won every event this season, so they're really, really a dominant team, and I think everyone's a little bit surprised that they're not playing for first and second this event. But it's hard to keep that momentum and keep that pace up for the whole season. To win 5 events is almost unheard of. To win 4 events is almost unheard of. So they did a great job, and it's going to be tough for Tampa to come out and beat them and take third place away from them.
Less than 30 seconds on his next point.
Good shot of Tampa getting ready to break out. Probably trying to figure out what they're going to do differently this game. RNT's only got one player out there now. It's one of the Rage guys, so they're going to have to hustle out there and get ready. It's only about 12 seconds until this next point starts.
10 seconds.
Let's see if the teams do anything differently at this point. Good breakout for both teams. That's a great shot of the RNT guy going in the corner there. Snake corner, looking inside, got eliminated on the way out there. And there's a great shot of Tampa Bay Damage player filling the snake. Looks like he got in there clean. RNT Allstars lose another player, so they're down to 3 on 5. Rage player fills the corner for RNT Allstars, gets his gun up trying to contain that snake, and gets an elimination on the snake. So now Tampa Bay Damage has lost a few players. There's a great shot of the Tampa Bay Damage player coming up in the snake, shooting across the field. Wrap around a little bit, controlling. Rage is down to just, RNT Allstars are down just the back center guy. Now he's been eliminated. So Tampa Bay was able to battle back, come back, and win that point. Now it's a 1-1 game. Tampa Bay definitely got out there early, got that first G, controlled the tempo, and won the snake battle by getting in, filling the snake, and staying alive in there. 1-1 with a little over 4.5 minutes, almost 5 minutes left in the match. 10 minutes. That guy needs to eat a salad. So obviously the cleaning crew's out there doing a really good job getting all the bunkers cleaned up between the points. I mean, it almost looks like a new field every point, which is nice. Players appreciate that. Both teams lost a player early in that game, so it was kind of a 4-on-4 battle. And from that point on, Tampa Bay just attacked, and RNT Allstars were just trying to fill out and catch up, and they weren't able to, and stayed on their heels almost the whole game. Let's go to a replay right here. This is the last Tampa Bay Damage snake, wrapping around and shooting at the back center guy. At that point, there's nothing that guy can do other than just stay alive as long as he can and try to battle. You can see he gets shot 4, 5, 6 times there, leaving 2 of the Tampa Bay guys left to win the game. It's a nice little athletic jump over the snake to grab the flag.
45 seconds.
The webcast here is incredible. I don't know what it looks like at home, but I've viewed a little bit here at the Monkey with a Gun booth, and the quality is unbelievable. By far the best webcast I've ever seen. Very good job, PSP. Here we go in the third point of the match. Score still 1-1. Tampa Bay Damage maybe with a little bit of a momentum swing after winning that last point so convincingly. RNT Allstars are bound to come up here and try to change things up a little bit. Just about 10 seconds until this point starts. Good shot of RNT All-Stars getting ready to start there with one of the Rage players. Looks like they're going to try to take that snake corner again. He got shot out last game doing it, so we'll see if he makes it this time. Looks like he makes it out there clean. And Billy Bernacchi right to the snake 50 for Tampa Bay damage. That was a huge move. They're going in to check on the inside. Oh, yeah, he was eliminated. So it was a great move, but he got shot doing it. Billy's looking around to see who, maybe who got that shot in on him. So Tampa Bay's got a little bit of a disadvantage losing Billy early like that. RNT's got all 5 guys alive. They've got one of their players up in the center behind the X, and that's kind of an advantage. He can control a lot of the field from there. There's a good shot of the corner snake player filling that 50 snake right there in front of us. He's going to probably wrap around and look to shoot across the field. He's backing off a little bit there, shooting across the field. He's got a good shot on that little temple across the field, and Dorito won. Now the Rage player fills the corner for RNT All-Stars, gets caught doing so. So we're closer on bodies now. There's a good shot of, Tampa Bay damage getting shotting from the little turtle there in the back center from across the field. Tampa Bay damage is down to just 1 player left. RNT All-Stars have 2 or 3 left, so they're in complete control at this point. There's a good shot of the last Tampa Bay damage guy trying to get as small as he can and just can't get small enough. He walks out there, giving the 3rd point in the match to RNT All-Stars. That was a good game for them. Billy took a big risk taking that move out of the break. I'd like to see that again if we could on the replay. That'd be great. He went from the breakout all the way to the 50 snake, and I think the only place he could have got caught was passing between the gap and snake 1 and snake 2. But it was a great move. It would have been even better, obviously, if he hadn't got caught doing so. Got 8:32 left in the match. 2 points for the RNT All-Stars, 1 for Tampa Bay damage. Game is still real early, real young. It could go either way. The weather out here is beautiful. I mean, out of all the tournaments we come to, Florida is sometimes one of the challenging ones because the weather kind of goes back and forth. But it's beautiful today. Probably like 75 degrees, a nice light breeze, sunny. You can't ask for much more than that. All right, my technical advisors tell me we've got a replay coming up here, so let's take a look at it. There's the All-NTR star wrapping around the outside of the snake. This is when he first went in it. The Tampa Bay damage guy gets shot from across the field, leaving a 3-on-1 with the RNT All-Stars and the advantage. You can see the remaining player there in the temple. And then the snake guy kind of figures out that he's the only guy left over there and he can play a little bit looser, comes up out of the bunker, starts shooting across the field. At the same time, they're pressuring from the other side of the field, so his bunker just gets real small real fast. That paint you see hitting the side of the bunker, that's from the snake player. And he switches back to try to contend with the snake player, but it's too late because the guy down the line catches him.
30 seconds.
You don't want to be the last guy left alive in an X-ball match. It's usually not good for you, especially when there's 2 or 3 guys left on the other team. This will be the 4th point of the match. RNT All-Stars are still starting from our right and Damage from our left. They'll switch sides after this point. Damage right now has got to be thinking what they have to do to change gears to go out there and kind of dominate a little bit more and win this next point. They don't want to go into halftime with a 2-point deficit. See if the All-Stars take that corner again. They've taken it 2 games in a row. No, they changed up this time. Go hard up the middle with 2 players, losing one of the players. Other one cuts outside to the outside temple. Damage is up in the X with the 1-body advantage. There you can see the RNT All-Stars have 1 player on the Dorito tape, a guy in the tall temple, the guy in the back center, and the guy in the right turtle, kind of crossing the field up. They know the guy for Damage is there in the X, and they're trying to work to get him out of there. Damage loses the player. He's walking out. That's a great shot of the snake right there. You can tell no one's in the snake. It might come down to which team can get over there and dominate in there first. RNT All-Stars are going to have a real hard time with the guy in the X to try to get around him and get into the snake. So that should give Tampa Bay Damage an opportunity to get in the snake. But they've got to do that before the guy on the other side of the field moves down the Doritos. That's a great move. So he's gotten in the snake. He's taking a look at that gap to see whether he can cross it. There's a great shot of the X guy shutting down the snake side of the field for the RNT All-Stars. They can't get in there because the Damage guy is just posted there shooting paint. Anybody tries to cross that gap, they're going to get smashed. So now it's just the Tampa Bay Damage guy has got to kind of pick his spots and figure out when he can cross that gap to get into snake 2 before the guy for RNT All-Stars decides to move down the Doritos side of the field. Now, you can see the guy in the X, he's not actually even shooting at anybody. He's just shooting at the gap between the outside guy and then bunker that he might try to bump out to. Completely blind shot. Just keeps shooting his gun. As he gets a little bit lower on paint, he's probably going to stop shooting, not shoot quite as much. You can see the guy in the turtle there for RNT All-Stars. The bunker's so small, he's struggling going back and forth with his gun. There's a shot of the Tampa Bay damage guys. I would like to have seen that move a little earlier. I would like to have seen him press that snake a little earlier because no one seemed to be stopping him. Shoots across the field at the guy in the tall temple, and it looks like he might have gotten him. Referees are running in there. Yeah, he got that G across the field. At the same time, they ran down the guy in the other temple on the other side of the field. So now RNT All-Stars are down to just one player. He's in the little turtle. Oh, no, the back center and the little turtle. So 2 players for RNT All-Stars, 2 or 3 for damage. This is a good point. Again, though, with Tampa Bay damage having the X and the snake, they can control the whole field from those 2 bunkers. Oh, and there goes the guy in the turtle. Got direct drove in the chest. He's walking out. Now there's just the guy in the back center. The guy from the X is going through, looking to trade out with him. And that'll leave the last guy in the snake to just jump over, grab the flag, and get the gravy. That was a real good point for damage. They ended up with 3 guys left alive. One of the 3 guys traded out. Thank God. That's all I can say. Thank God. Have you ever had a friend, a guy that you've known like almost all your life, and then like he comes over and asks you to do a favor, and then he abandons you?
Oh,
yeah. His name's Matt Marshall.
Matty Marshall, yeah.
Yeah, you know the guy. You know the kind of guy.
Not on a live broadcast, though, when you're supposed to be commentating and saying what's going on.
And he told me we're supposed to be naked, so when I first showed up, I had no clothes on. Yeah,
is that what was that you in the back?
Yeah, really uncomfortable.
Okay. I was tempted to just stare, but
yeah.
my thing.
I was like, why is everybody wearing clothes? Oh, okay. Good job. Touche, Matty. Touche.
Hey, we got is this his phone?
That's actually my phone.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say we could have some fun with that.
Yeah, if you want to smash that, just go ahead. It'll be fun.
No, I actually had that happen to me. No good. But, hey, what happened? I ran over here.
Honestly, it was a real good point. Tampa Bay damage took the X real early and completely shut down the snake side of the field, not allowing the RNT All-Stars to come out this way. Tampa Bay kind of took their time, got in the snake. Once the guy did get in the snake, he got it to the 50 snake, shot across the field, got an elimination. At the same time, another Tampa Bay damage ran down and traded out with the RNT All-Star on the Dorito side of the field, leaving Tampa Bay damage in a 3-on-2. The guy from the snake wrapped around, shot the guy in the little turtle, and then the guy in the X went through straight out the back center. So Tampa Bay damage won with 2 bodies left alive.
That was really impressive.
Actually, we have a replay if you'd like to watch it.
Let's do this.
So that's the guy standing there shooting his gun. You see him shooting his gun, wrapping the snake. I think he's trying to put the back center guy in as the guy runs him from the X.
Okay, he's creeping. We're going back to center. Back center guy's
it's coming. It's coming. Oh, God, it hurts. Oh, God, I can't. Oh, okay,
Ooh. Yep, that's it, guys. Waiting the flag.
You know when they try to get inside the bunker, they don't want to play paintball anymore. When they're trying to crawl inside.
Not a good place to be.
No. I just said last one, I was like, you don't want to be the last guy left alive in an XFL match when there's 2 or 3 guys left alive, because then you got to pay.
In the words of Frank the Tank, pain train's coming.
Pain train's coming, baby. So this will be the first point where they switch sides, play from the opposing side.
Yeah, here we go. I see only RNT with 4 guys. I don't see a penalty on the clock. They start with 4 players.
Well, they're really, really good. And sometimes they feel like they don't need all 5 guys.
Yeah, I heard.
This might be one of those examples.
Psych out the other team.
Billy Bernanke is held up this time. He hasn't attacked the snake as hard as he has from the other side.
I forgot he was playing with Tampa Bay.
He is. He's a really strong right-handed player, so I wonder if he's holding back a little bit because he's been pushing hard on the other side of the field. Now he's left-handed going that snake if he's looking to hold back, or maybe just because he got caught last game crossing the gap, he doesn't want to push it so fast.
That makes sense.
He's a real good aggressive player, though, so I'm sure given the opportunity, he's going to make that move. There's a great move.
No doubt.
Great move to the corner by Tampa Bay damage play. He edged his way out, looked for the opportunity, filled out pass Billy. Both teams just seem to just be locking it down, not looking to make any moves, just waiting for the other team to make a mistake, lose a body, and then capitalize on that.
Once again, the RNT is starting with only 4 guys. There is no penalty up on the board, so looks like just a mental error on the team's part. We're not throwing that 5th guy out there.
Yeah, I wonder if damage has picked up on it yet. Obviously they haven't shot anybody, so they haven't called any G's. I wonder if the pits picked up on it or if they picked up. Here goes damage moving up to that center Dorito. He might move from there up to the can and then up to the X like they did the last game because they were able to control so well from there.
Yeah.
Billy Bernanke moving up into the pins.
Moving up into the Dorito 3, I think it is, on the Dorito side, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so at this point, Tampa Bay does have a 2-body advantage now because they eliminated an all-star player. So they should be pressing the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And RNT is sitting back, made one move to the southern Dorito.
There's Billy looking. It's in the little Dorito. Looks like he's going to try to push himself or gunfight himself into that snake. At least I would hope so. I don't see anybody shooting at him. He's actually kind of playing like a little bit of a sissy right now. I wish he could hear me.
Oh, yeah, being his coach and all of Aftermath.
Yeah, he's I didn't really know him very well when he came over, and I started working with him in Aftermath. He's a real talented player.
Oh yeah, I remember watching when he was on Miami or Docks before I was even in the NXL, being like, "This guy's good."
Yeah, definitely.
He's
Good.
good.
And he's got a good attitude. He's easygoing, not real big-headed, not really cocky, which is surprising for a good player in paintball.
Yes. So again, we've got Tampa Bay 5-on-3 RNT.
And they make a simultaneous move up to the Dorito and up to the X.
Right side of the X.
And then it looks like they're trying to isolate the one RNT All-Star player that's gone forward. Yeah, he's kind of isolating that little Dorito 3 over there, that little temple, and he's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
The guys that are behind him hiding are a little bit safer, but not doing much.
No. I'm kind of surprised with it being a... Oh, RNT loses another body, so now it's a run through on the Dorito tape.
But he didn't get him. Oh, yeah, he did.
He got him, so it is now
4-on-1.
4-on-1.
How's that math coming along?
That's not good. I do not like math.
Not
Billy
so much. Night. Got the Cyclops, and that was a really strong point for Tampa Bay Damage. They controlled the tempo from the very beginning.
Oh, most definitely.
Obviously, there was a little mental error there with RNT All-Stars starting with 4 players. So, they're going to get past that. They didn't seem to attack at all, though, even though they were down a player.
I was really surprised with that.
Yeah, they just seem to kind of sit there and shoot their guns and cross it up and hope for the best. And with a team like Tampa Bay, as strong as they are, they're going to look for those holes in the defense and push through them when they get given the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
I'd love to see a replay from that game because there's a lot of good action.
Yeah.
But Pat Spuraw's hitting on that cute girl, so it's probably not going to happen.
He's got a Keely Watson over his shoulder. He's looking a little flush in the face.
So 3-2, Tampa Bay Damage advantage. Also, I think maybe the momentum or the tempo's kind of turned around to Tampa Bay. They've won those last couple points.
Yep.
So the momentum seems to be in their favor. So it'll be interesting to see what the All-Stars do to kind of counter that, if they're going to come out and play aggressively, because we haven't seen that so far from them.
No, and starting with 5 guys would be a big plus.
That's going to help. Yeah. It's going to help close to 20%.
Hey.
Again, with the math.
I like that, with the math. I'll pass on that. I'll give it all to you.
That could give them a 20% advantage. These might be maths.
Oh. All right.
Oh, here we go, the exciting replay. The Matty Marshall replay. Here's Billy Moronaki in the snake, looking across the field. Now, Billy went here when there was only, I think, 2 or 3 players left alive, so it wasn't a huge move. Yeah, it wasn't a huge move.
See RNT losing one. Tampa Bay guy running through on the right, claiming his kill. And at this point, Billy's probably going down the snake. There we go. Billy's going down the snake. He's going to come up on that back center guy. Yeah,
he's a really good snapshot, and he makes a good snapshot on this back center guy because the guy's posted up waiting for him. He knows where he's going to be, where he's going to come out. He's already in position, but Billy's able to come out, put one in his eye anyway. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Billy's he snapped me a couple times.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I gave him a couple of those to build his confidence, but yeah, he's a real good gunfighter. We put him in a couple gunfighting drills with Aftermath, and he was able to go out there really easily and pretty much snap everybody out.
I gotta say, I'm surprised with RNT having won every event this year, playing for 3rd and 4th now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I didn't get to see what happened this morning. Who knocked him? I'm curious to see who knocked him out.
Yeah,
they dominated everybody.
I think it was Vicious.
Really?
I think Vicious sent him home. Rainey and Mouse were playing with Vicious.
With him? Okay, there you go.
I know we had talked a little bit earlier in the week about how strong RNT All-Stars were, and they were kind of looking forward to playing them.
Yeah.
So I think they knocked them out.
Yeah, those guys know each other real well. Been playing together against each other all year.
I'm really looking forward to the finals with the Palm Beach Vipers playing against Vicious, because you got Thomas Taylor, who plays on Excessive, but also plays with Aftermath and X-Ball.
All those guys,
against Rainey and Mouse, and I put a bounty on all their heads. So anybody that shoots anybody gets paid.
Woo!
I'm just hoping they both shoot each other a lot, and I don't have to pay anybody.
That works.
Yeah.
Keep all the money in your wallet.
Yeah.
We have 40 seconds till game time. It looks like 3 minutes left in the actual game, but 35 seconds now to the game will start. This next point.
And Damage only has a 1-point lead, so they can't afford to go out there and just lock it up and sit down and not do anything. They got to go out there and get a couple more points and really control the game.
Yeah, and these points have been pretty slow and controlled.
Yeah, their first point was ridiculously. It was like a 5-minute point.
Yeah.
RNT won that point, but it was a real long, drawn-out point. They only won with 1 player left alive, so it wasn't a dominant point.
Yeah,
looks like RNT's going to go ahead and start with 5 players this time. You called it.
Yeah.
You called it.
All right, as the game starts out, I think we're talking still. RNT losing one. Tampa Bay now moving up the Dorito side.
Yeah, again, Tampa Bay looks like they're controlling the tempo. They've
Tampa
lost
Bay
one player.
One. Yep, we got 4-on-4.
Yeah, they've lost one player, but they're in a better field position. You know, they pushed up that Dorito side a little bit, and they've got a guy in position to take that snake. There's Austin filling out of the back center to that tall stand-up. One of the stronger players from Tampa Bay Damage.
I can tell you we got Damian Ryan in the back center for RNT. And Jerry, I think it is, up in that center Dorito for RNT.
I like the fact that he's shooting a crossbody, not shooting left-handed out of the back center. And that he doesn't seem to be like he's shooting his gun very much for a back center guy.
No.
He needs to get up that gun a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, RNT down taking the snake.
Yeah, nice fill from the snake. So Tampa Bay got in the snake first, but RNT countered well by getting the snake.
Tampa making another bump up the Dorito side.
That's the 40 Dorito, right?
Oh,
yeah. Just off the 50?
Right, yep.
Yeah. So from the snake and that 40 Dorito, they can control a good section of the field. Both teams have 4 players. Yeah, both teams with 4 players. A minute 53 seconds left in the match. See, again, though, you see the guy in the Dorito for the Allstars and the back center for the Allstars and the center. None of them are shooting their guns.
No, it's really quiet out there.
Yeah, and that's got to be a big disadvantage when the other team's shooting their guns and you're not shooting your guns.
Is he dead? Yep.
Yeah.
Back center player filling out.
Got caught filling out.
Shot, and then now Tampa Bay Damage is on RNT's side of the Doritos, taking their 40 Dorito.
And taking the 50 snake as well. So that's going to put some pressure on that snake guy. He's going to get pressure from the Dorito side of the field and the snake.
Tampa Bay definitely controlling this game.
Yeah, completely controlling the game. But in X-Ball, at any time, someone can make a big move and turn the game right around. The Tampa Bay Damage guy from the corner just moved into the small Dorito in front of the snake, so he's going to protect the snake guy. Earlier, I would have thought maybe RNT Allstars would have looked to run up and trade out with that guy. Maybe get him off the field and live. Looks like the center Dorito might have been eliminated.
And he's gone.
Yeah. So it's
tossing the horn.
Yeah, they conceded the point. 4-on-2 with 55 seconds left. Another really good point for Tampa Bay Damage. At this point, it's up to the RNT All-Stars to go out there and do something different, because obviously what they're doing isn't working.
Yeah.
They took the first point of the game, and then since then they look like they've just been kind of not playing as well, not putting things together, not attacking. And if they just sit back and shoot their guns, they're not going to do well, especially when they're not even shooting their guns.
Not even shooting their guns. You can't hear those guns going off.
That's the most basic thing to paintball. If you're in the back center, you got nothing to do, just go and shoot your gun.
And it's not hard in X-Ball.
No. Hold the trigger down. Yeah. And the paint's, paint's free, so giddy up and shoot those guns. Billy Bernacchia coming back in from Tampa Bay Damage. He really held back last game in that little turtle and took some real slow bumps to the snake, so it'll be interesting to see if he comes hard and fast this game or if he tries to sit back and wait again. They've only got 55
seconds in the game.
So they don't want to lose a point before halftime, but if they have the opportunity, winning one might put the match away.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what both teams do here. 4-2, Tampa Bay with the lead.
You have to announce her at the end of the game for the national anthem. Try to use your adult voice.
Okay.
I would, but we used to date, and I feel kind of uncomfortable. Okay, yeah. It's I don't want to talk about it.
I won't go there.
But my wife might be watching.
Oh, ooh.
How nice is the weather out here?
Oh, it's perfect.
I've never, ever played in a tournament with weather like this.
Well, last year it was raining this time.
Yeah. There's always something. I mean, it's like 75 degrees, a nice light breeze.
Yeah, I
can't ask for much more than that.
Can't wait to go back to Chicago.
Yeah.
Practice for 7-man and be.
Nice shot at Tampa Bay pitch there. Everybody getting ready to get out there and try to win another point. What's the weather like in Chicago right now?
When I left, it was in the 60s.
That's not too bad.
It isn't bad. Leads are changing and dropping right now in my yard. 3 seconds.
See what Billy does. Billy goes out to that
Tampa
corner.
Tampa Bay going to the X box. That can.
RNT All-Stars attacking down the Dorito side of the field. Yeah, it looks like Tampa's just going to try not to lose this point.
Yeah.
They spread out the field. They got 5 guys across the back line, shooting their guns, crossing it up.
RNT just dropped one going to the X.
Yeah.
Wow, they fill the X again, right? So the snake side of the X for RNT.
Tampa Bay
He's going through. We got to run through on both sides of the field.
What's Billy doing? Billy's gun must be down.
The fields have been crossed.
Wow,
There's a live Tampa Bay player at the RNT's back center.
Wow, and Billy Bernacchia is still in the corner for Tampa Bay.
Okay, Tampa Bay. Have you ever seen this, folks? Tampa Bay lose their player in the
Billy's
RNT
gun
side.
must have been down the whole time because he was in the corner the whole time alive. That was a crazy point.
That was insane. To kind of recap that.
Insanity.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we get a replay. but
just the whole game.
Yeah.
Just replay the whole game.
Oh, and there's now a penalty.
And that's on Tampa Bay Damage.
Tampa Bay Damage.
Yeah, the first player removed for Tampa Bay Damage had a hit on his pack just on the bottom of his pod, and they pulled that guy, and they went to pull another guy for a penalty, and at the same time he had a hit on his hopper, so I don't know if they assessed the penalty on him or not.
Okay.
But it didn't look like he was doing anything, shady.
We got Davey Williamson commentating over the stands, and according to him, Billy's
hopper was down.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, when they're walking off the field, they're hopper in their hand.
Yeah, that's nice.
Things went bad. You could tell it was a good game though, because we're both standing up now. Earlier we were sitting down watching the games. It wasn't exciting, but now
that was crazy.
Yeah, that's what you want, right? Especially right for the halftime. Have a little excitement, little something special.
Yeah.
Who's a Taskmaster? Is that Pat Spooraw guy?
Yeah.
Wow. It used to be so easygoing. So that was a crazy point, and like we said, RNT All-Stars, they did what they needed to do. They went out there, played real aggressively, came down the field. At the same time, Tampa Bay attacked the other tape.
Yeah, they went right down the Dorito side.
Yeah, it was. And had Billy Bernanke, his hopper been working?
And I think it would have been completely
different. Yeah, they would have. Because he would have smashed those guys, and given the guy for Tampa Bay Damage that had gotten all the way around an opportunity to come up and get the rage guy out of the snake. But because Billy's gun was down, they just didn't have that opportunity.
But again, a crazy point. We had a Tampa Bay player running all the way down the Dorito side to RNT's back center, while RNT were battling Billy in the snake corner. So the fields were completely switched. Little battles going on either side, and RNT came out on top on that one.
Yeah, and that might give them the momentum they need to pick up a couple more points.
You know what? That point hasn't been added.
They were arguing with him, and Billy was saying that he got one ball on him, so maybe he had a hit on him when he hung it.
Yeah, the score is still 4-2. We saw RNT hang the flag. The clock's been stopped.
Yeah, I don't know why all the Tampa Bay Damage guys are out on the field. Let's take a look at the replay. See if we can figure out what happened.
Oh, here we are. You see the RNT guy running down the snake?
Yeah, that's the first RNT guy. And there's Billy. That's a great shot of Billy with his hopper off. Just one ball on people.
One ball on it. Look at that, not even giving up, man. I love seeing that.
There's the rage player trying to figure out who's behind him, who's shooting at him.
Billy, he's yelling. He got him, man.
Yeah.
He feels like he got him.
So that's the win for Tampa Bay Damage.
Taking it.
The game's over with. That was a really, really good game. We're going to have the national anthem sung here in a couple seconds. But that was a really good game. Back and forth battle. RNT All-Stars went up out of the break, and then Tampa Bay Damage was able to come back and kind of control the tempo from that point out, and it was a good game.
Very good game.
Getting ready for L.A. and Philly. This should be a real good game. Philly's got a lot of ground to make up if they want a chance to play that third game.
Yeah,